Welcome back in, listeners. We are back with another episode of Margin Mavens. Today we are going back in time and going over Redwall by Brian Jacques. It was, I don't know, this was like a anniversary edition copy.
Same. It was originally published in 1986.
Okay. Was it originally published in 3 books? Because this one had like book 1, book 2, book 3.
That I don't know, actually.
I don't know if they were just parts or if they were originally like a lot smaller.
I don't know. I think they're just parts. Because I've only ever read it in one book in all the times that I've read it. So that's a good question. But yeah, Redwall is about a society. A little mouse society. A little woodland creature society. Redwall is the abbey that is the,
Sanctuary.
The glue that keeps this little community together. And in specific detail, this book is about Matthias, who is a little
guy.
A little mouse. You see him on the cover. It's a little mouse with a little sword and a little shield. And he is spearheading.
Trying so hard.
Yeah, he is spearheading the resistance against Clooney the Scourge, who is a really nasty rat who just wants the abbey and all of its treasures inside.
Uncaring who he kills.
Yep. This book does have discussions of death
and Moida
and slavery, but it all takes place in a society where woodland creatures.
Yeah, there's no humans in
There's no humans in this book. There is not any humans, which was really great, because we screw up enough as it is.
Yeah, and so it's told through multiple POVs. Sometimes you get Matthias, sometimes you get Clooney, sometimes you get one of Clooney's henchmen.
Yeah, and usually the main point of views are Matthias and whoever's at the abbey. Yep. If Matthias isn't there, and Clooney. But yeah, it's a really I have read this book so many times.
The abbey is basically where all the woodland creatures know that they can go there, they can seek sanctuary, there's food. You get to see all of these different woodland creatures, which what I really enjoyed was that the tasks that they had were very adjacent to what that woodland creature would be able to do, right?
Yeah.
So the moles were their underground tunneling service, their rescue team.
Yes.
For woodland creatures that get lost in a ditch.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the badger, you've got
the vole.
The voles, you've got the rabbits, you've got
shrews,
all of these little guys.
Squirrels are the climbers.
Got the sparrows, you know. So Matthias goes on quite a number of quests in this one, right? So
he goes through it.
He goes really through it. This little mouse, and what it reminded me of in the beginning was very Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
In terms of he and his mentor are kind of talking it out and stuff, and they're in a time of peace.
Yes.
Right? And so their whole abbey has this legend of Martin.
Martin the warrior.
Martin the warrior.
Another little mouse.
Another brave little mouse who fought for the abbey, and his banner, his tapestry flies in the abbey, and there's a legend of his sword and his shield and everything that went missing. There's lore and legends behind this little woodland creature home.
Yes.
And Matthias wants to do more. He is currently in training to become one of the brothers, but they're not warriors, right? And so then one day we end up having Clooney and his rat pack are showing up.
Yes.
They want to take over the abbey because they believe that there's treasure inside and how great and whatever. Which the idea of that's kind of funny because if they were to have succeeded, which spoiler alert, they don't literally ever. But if they were to have succeeded, they would have just found like a bunch of food.
Yeah.
You know,
Stores of food because that's
yeah.
what
That was what the Abbey was
herbs,
doing.
medicine, things like that. Like
but it was not like monetary stuff.
No.
So Matthias ends up growing up very, very quickly, and he becomes kind of a leader within their little army that they were forming. He and the Badger work very close together, which I forgot her name.
Constance.
Constance. I loved Constance.
Constance is great.
And she is witty. She's very quick to defend because she's a badger, right? She's got a bit of a temper, so she's everybody around her is aware.
She is a fire sign to her core.
Everyone's aware that, she's kind of the predator among them.
Yeah.
And Clooney is kind of dealing with his own thing. He keeps getting these dreams of what we know as Martin the Warrior, kind of harassing him and chasing him and all of these things. And so once he gets to the Abbey and he sees the tapestry, he sees the banner, right? He's like, I know what I need to do. And so we end up meeting a lot of his henchmen. None of them survive very long.
Some of them murder.
Yeah.
Some of them are murdered.
Yeah, some of them are murderers. Some of them are murdered. Others die in horrific ways, like
one gets bit by a poisonous snake.
Yeah, you've got a viper just chilling in the grove. He is perusing. He's really creepy because he literally just says like Asmodeus repeatedly, and he is he's kind of the like background villain. Because he doesn't really have an end goal other than the fact that he is harboring the sword.
Yes.
But his end goal is just kill.
Yeah.
And so that is one thing that's kind of one of the things that's kind of interesting about this book was that despite it being woodland creatures, right, you kind of walk into it thinking like, oh, it's going to be this like super cozy little story. No, there's like a lot of like really gruesome death and like topics.
But like, I don't know how to say this without sounding cold, but I'm just going to say it. It's still an appropriate read for kids because kids know that palpable. Animals die, right? Yeah. Like, it's a really great way to like introduce death to your child without traumatizing them on such an extreme level because they know that animals die.
Yeah.
They know how the animal kingdom works. They know that some are prey and some are predator. And like this, there's nothing really in this book that really kind of like would traumatize them or shock them in a way.
I don't know, man. I was traumatized and shocked a couple times, specifically dealing with this snake.
The snake was the biggest.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you don't mess with snakes.
Especially if you don't mess with snakes, which I don't mind snakes, but like, venomous ones are a different beast entirely.
This is true.
But it was also the fact that you're seeing it through the point of view of like little woodland creatures. You have this like scary snake coming upon them. Like that becomes a bigger deal than just if you as a human were to see it,
Right.
So these little woodland creatures, he is like the end all be all bad guy.
Yes.
We go on a side quest pretty often, but one of the ones that I liked the most was when he goes and sees like all the sparrows, and the way that they speak is really cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing too, is like the moles have very like southern drawls. The sparrows talk in a way that like nobody really seems to understand other than Matthias. I really enjoyed just like the world building in such a small little book. Because by the end of it, right, you have it where the abbot dies.
Yes.
His fight. The abbot dies, so he gets replaced. By the end, Matthias has a wife. And he has kids.
Yeah.
And he has become a warrior. He has been told not to become a brother, but to become a warrior.
Yep.
And we know that, like, all is well and ends well at the end of this book, but there's also other books, which can obviously lead to...
There are...
like, the saga continuing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other books besides this one.
And I think, like, eventually I might leisurely work my way through them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that this ended in a way that I am happy and content.
It is like a standalone book in a series. If that, for those of you that read those kinds of things, like, this is one of those things where you can probably pick up any book and you're not going to be too lost. You're not going to be confused. You're going to be able to follow along with the main plot just fine. There's going to be mentions and references to other books, but, like, if you read one of those other books, you'll pick up on it. Like, it's nothing that, like, you don't have to read it in order. It's just nice to do. It's nice to have, but there's no, like, need for it.
Yeah. And, like, there were some, like, banger lines.
Yeah.
In this.
Mm-hmm.
So I did tab some of them. I can't find them right now. I didn't write in this book.
It's just so great. It's just, and I read this, I think the first time I read this was in early middle school, late elementary school, in and around there. And I just fell in love with it right off the bat. And I've reread it a few times throughout my life.
It's super cute. It was my only 5-star of April when we read this, which was really nice. I was not really expecting to walk into it and like it so much.
Yeah.
Mostly because I have a coworker who gave me another book. I don't know when that one was published, but it had to have been in the olden days. And I did not enjoy that book at all.
What book was it?
The Wizard of Earthsea.
Oh, never heard of it. Older than me. Slay.
Hold on. So The Wizard of Earthsea came out in 1968.
Yay! Older than me. We love it.
Yeah, ye olden days. I knew what I was saying. I did not think the 80s were ye olden days.
Listen, I had somebody today refer to 1995 as super old, and that hit a little hard. Yeah. Very sensitive today to that.
Get it. But I started that one, and I didn't really enjoy it all that much. And so, when we get into, like, older books, I do have a little bit of, like, a prejudice.
Yeah.
Of, am I going to enjoy it as much? Which is interesting because I do like the classics. But something about the ye old 1900s, from the 60s to 80s.
Yeah.
Those books, I think, are really hit or miss for me.
Slight spoilers for...
Oh, yeah.
Future. I'm curious to see.
I blocked out what we were reading.
This was 1979.
Yeah. So the next book that you'll be seeing us read that is an older book is Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. Anybody who has...
Look at how many books.
Yeah, no.
In just all the different series.
The Dollinger Gang? No, thank you. But I don't have any notes about it. I really enjoyed it.
It's a really cute, quick read.
It was very cute.
It's a good beach read. If you are like me and, you know, way back when you used to go to the beach to, you know, get some sun, this is a good beach read.
And I think, I don't know, my favorite part literally was just the fact that these woodland creatures, their roles made sense for what they were.
Yeah.
You know?
The caretakers.
This mole, obviously, is going to be the leader.
Yeah.
And
Formal.
the fact that instead of saying like foreman, it was a formal. That was
Formal.
good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But little things like that I think really lit up the world, and it shows that despite how simple the task seemed in terms of like the story, you could tell there was a lot of care and thought into the world building and what story was going to be told.
It reminds me of, oh my gosh, there's a series out there that's on YouTube. Is it Hammy the Hamster? Hold on. Editor, you can feel free to search watch history. Oh, of course, I forgot my kid. There's a YouTube series. I'm gonna have to find it, but it's specifically about, I think, a hamster or something like that. It's narrated by this sweet old man, and it's just them living their lives, the hamster and a bunch of woodland creatures. Like, it's very similar along lines of Redwall, and it's really great when you're a hot, anxious mess and you need to watch something that's super chill and fun. And that's what that reminds me of.
We'll find it by the time that this video goes up. It'll be in the description or something, I'm sure.
Once Upon a Hamster. Ha.
Once Upon a Hamster.
It's very cute.
Yeah. No notes. Definitely a nice little treat before going into the hot mess that is Flowers in the Attic.
Whiplash.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts and feelings about that one.
Yeah, Whiplash.
But by the time that this video goes out, if you haven't noticed, especially if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll notice that there are some changes to how we are presenting the videos to you guys.
Oh yeah.
No real thought process behind it. It's just as the show develops and progresses and stuff, we're tweaking and figuring things out. We have family members arguing right outside my door. I don't know if you can hear them, but I can hear them.
I caught like a snippet of them. Not the end of the world. Surprise, people. We live with people. We don't live alone.
Yeah.
Ah,
Spooky. But yeah, there's no real like thought process. We're just, as the show progresses, we are developing, trying new things. Let us know other books you'd want us to read, other older books specifically, because after Flowers in the Attic, we don't really have any plan. I have thoughts in my brain.
I also have thoughts in my brain.
That I would enjoy. But
they go like this older, not this older.
We will see.
Yes.
But this has been another episode of Margin Mavens. Thank you for sticking around with us and paying attention. If you haven't already followed us on social media, you definitely should, especially because by this point we are getting very close to being able to read Song of Achilles, because we need 200 followers on Instagram. And yeah. Kayla is a lady of their word.
I am.
We hit 200 on Instagram. And
Song of Achilles. If we hit 300, I will record my live reaction.
Yeah, which I'm sure will be super fun. But like we said, we will catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for being here. Have a good day. Remember, you're loved. Bye-bye.